Hi, today I'm going to show you something you can do with a number and a circle. Firstly, draw yourself a circle, then place 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9 around it, and then pick yourself a number. I've chosen 1, 2, 4, 8, 7, 5, quite a well-known sequence there. And now draw this on. So go from 1 to 2, 2 to 4, 4 to 8, 8 to 7, 7 down to 5, and then you want to join them back up, so 5 back to the beginning one. 5 back to 1, and you're done. Now with this number you deduct the difference backwards, so 1, 2, 4, 8, 7, 5, take 5, 7, 8, 4, 2, 1. Let's write that down. And that equals 4, 5, 3, 5, 4, 6. Okay. Now, with this number, we do the same thing again. Draw it on. So 4 to 5. 5 to 3. 3 goes back to 5, so we don't need to draw that on because it's already drawn on. 5 goes back to 4, already drawn on. 4 goes over to 6. Just follow the number all the way back to the beginning again. And 6 loops back to 4. So just straight back down again. So that's that one done. Now we take this number. We deduct 4, 5, 3, 5, 4, 6, 6, 4, 5, 3, 5, 4. Let's write that down again. 6, 4, 5, 4. And that gives us 1, 9, 1, 8, 0, 8. Now we put this one on. 191, so over here. So 1, 9, 9 goes back to the 1, 1 goes over to the 8, 8 goes to 0, 0 goes back to the 8, loop around, 8 goes to the 1. So that's that one drawn on. And now we do the same again. 191, 808, take 808, 191. And that gives us 616. 3, 8, 3. Draw that one on. 6 over to the 1. 1 goes back to the 6. 6 over to the 3. 3 over to the 8. 8 back down to the 3, and 3 to the 6, already drawn on. Okay, and then just repeat. As I say, you can have any starting number you want and just do the same process. There is a rule. So if you start with so here we start with a 6-digit number, and you'll see this a bit later on. You need to keep it a 6-digit number. So if it ends up being a 5-digit number, you need to put the 0 at the front. Okay. If it's a 4-digit number, you need to put the 0 at the front. So if you start with a 5, you need to keep it a 5. You'll see what I mean. We're getting close. I'll show you when we get there. Okay, so let's do this. So 616 383. Take 383 616, and that gives us. 232 767. Okay, so 2 down to 3. 3 goes back to 2. 2 goes over to 7. 7 goes to 6. Back to the 7. Back to the 2. Okay, that's that one then. Keep going. So 232 767. Take 7 6 7 2 3 2. I realise if you're taking this and this, then you're going to get a minus, but that's not really what you're trying to do. Oh, straighten that a bit. It's gone a bit wonky. You just want the difference, so it doesn't matter if it's plus or minus. It's the difference between the two numbers. Okay. So that equals 5 3 4 4 6 5. And draw that one on. 5 to 3, 3 to 4, 4 to 4, 4 to 6, 6 to 5, and then 5 to 5 stays where it is. Back to the beginning again. Now deduct again. 5 3 4 4 6 5. Take 5 6 4 4 3 5. I can see where we're getting into here. This is going to be where we need to use that 0. Okay, so that would normally be 2 9 9 7 0. So as I said before, if we've started with a 6, so we need to keep it a 6. So we put that 0 at the front. Okay, straight up again. It's moving all over the place, isn't it? Okay, now draw this one up. 0 to the 2, 2 to the 9, 9 to the 9, 9 to the 7, 7 to the 0, and then it's 0 back to the 0. That one's nicely drawn on. Got room for one more down here. Yeah, just about. Okay, so 0 2 9 9 7 0. Take 0 7 9 9 2 0. Just about fit it. Equals 0 4 9 9 5 0. Draw that one on. So 0 down to the 4. 4. Four to the 9. 9 to the 9. 9 to the 5. And then 5 over to the 0. And then 0 to 0. Okay, let's turn this over, a bit more room. So let's just write that one back up. Here we go. 0, 4, 9, 9, 5, 0. And do it again. Take 0, 5, 9, 9, 4, 0. Equals. Okay, that equals 9, 9, 9, 0. Okay, so we've gone down to a 4 digit here. So again, we're using a 6, so whack those zeros in at the beginning. And now do the same. So 0, 0, 9, 9, 9, 0. Take 0, 9, 9, 9, 0, 0 equals 8, 9, 9, 1, 0. So whack that back in again. We haven't drawn something on, haven't we? Let's draw it on. Right, so let's skip back. So we haven't drawn on her. I meant to do making bits of mistakes here, wouldn't we? Right, let's just cross this out for a second. Let's draw this one on first. So 0, 0, 9, 9, 9, back to the 0. Back to 0. So that's it. Just that one up there. Now, let's write this on again. So this number, take this number. Yeah. This is what happens when you do it live. You don't. There's going to be no editing, so mistakes are all just going to be kept in here. Right. So let's draw this one on now. 0 to the 8 is already there. 8 to the 9. Let's draw that in. 9 to the 9 stays there. 9 to the 1's already in. 1 to the 0 needs drawing in. And then 0 to the 0, so that's all done there. Now, we need to do 9, 9 equals 0, 6. Oh, 0, 6, 9, 9, 3, 0. Okay, 0 to the 6. 6 to the 9. 9 over to 3. 3 to the 0. And 0 back to 0. Okay. Now, right. So now we take this one. 0, 3, 9, 9, 6, 0 equals 02997. Right, so now we've already had this number, so we get a loop. So that's 02997. So now we've hit this loop and it will repeat, so you'll get the same numbers again. So you can stop right there. So that's, draw a line under there. And this would be the amount of numbers that we've used, sets of numbers, which I believe is actually 11 for this one. So we used 11 sets of numbers. Now have a look what we've got here. Look at the symmetry in there. There's a lot of paths. Some numbers that you use, you get hardly any paths. And let you into a little secret. There's definitely at least one number that you can make all paths. So you'll get some fascinating lineups around on all these things. The really nice part about 124875 is that every single number, the 11 that I've drawn on, every single one is symmetrical. Now that doesn't happen all the time. So if you draw each one on from this one, you'll see what I mean. So let's just go back and let's just pick a number. 616383. I'll get a colour so we can draw it on. You'll see what I mean. Okay. So 6 goes over to the 1. And back to the 6. Over to the 3. 3 to the 8. 8 back to the 3. 3 back to the 6. So every combination you draw on, you'll find there's symmetry. I'll just do one more. What should we use? Use the purple. Orange or purple look good. Right. What should we choose? Let's choose one of the 0 numbers. Okay. Here we go. Right. 059. 9 to the 9, 9 to the 4, 4 to the 0, and 0 to 0. And you'll find that all of these, obviously they're going to look slightly different, but they're all going to be symmetrical, which is really nice for this number. Okay, is there anything else? Yeah, you can count up the paths. So each number, if you had every single path, every number meeting every number, you'd have 90 numbers overall. So this has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now look at that symmetry. Absolutely beautiful. 7's at the bottom here. 2 6's either side and 2 9's on top. So thanks so much for if you've got through this entire video. It's quite long. It's almost 20 minutes long. Whoa, that took a while. Yeah, go have a play around. If you find any interesting combinations, please let me know. There's a lot of numbers to choose from. As I say, you can choose any number and keep going. Yes, so I've managed to find a number that actually does all the paths at the moment. I'll do a video properly on that. But I have put out a little short, so now it's explained. You can work out how to do that number all the way through. But thanks very much again for watching, and see you again soon.